Yes, but this 6.73%, of course, it would be like 1 plus 6.73%, 1 by 4, right? And it would be 1 point, and you can convert it into 0.07067 divided by 4, right?
Right.
And you solve this, it would be let me just calculate again. It would be 1.0673.
1.1, no, 0.16825.
825, right? Yeah, and answer would be 1 plus, sorry, 1.0168825, and then you multiply with the number,
With
right?
the number.
So
Good.
most of the students will make a mistake regarding here. They don't put this percentage sign. So this interest rate is annualized 6.73%. So how much you have to use this interest, how much you use the money, and how much is you get the savings, it depends on the number of days you kept the money with the bank. If this is you use for 30 days, then 30 divided by 360. If you use it for 90 days, 90 divided by 360. So total number of days is 360. This is the usage of the money. 90 days, 60 days, 120 days, or whatsoever. If whole year, then it becomes 360 by 360. Answer is gonna be 1, so we don't write it. Right?
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about the summary. In our previous class, we don't have much time, so we just, talk about that. It's on you. And we have just, I think, 5 minutes to cover this summary. So exchange rate movements are commonly measured by percentage changes. We talk about that appreciation. Depreciation is just a formula for percentage change. New minus old divided by old. Similarly. So equilibrium exchange rate between two countries determined by the demand and supply. That's it. We talk about that what if the supply increases or supply decreases. So who is creating supply? Those who have, or those countries who has that currency. So who supply the dollar? Americans, right? And who demand the dollar? Outside Americans. So the key economic factors that can influence exchange rates, we talk about that today. We have again discussed. These are inflation, which kind of inflation? Relative inflation, relative interest rate, relative income, and then we talk about the government controls and expectations. We talk about that some factors, they are called trade factors and some are called financial factors. So unique international trade and financial flows between every pair of the countries dictate the unique supply and demand condition for currencies. So similarly, like we talk about that, the interest rate and income, relative income, they have, sorry, not the inflation and the income has connection. So those countries who have high inflation and those countries who have high income, their currency is going to be depreciate. But how depreciate? The mechanism is different, but answer is the same, that it's depreciate. So mechanism can be found out through demand and supply. So the movement in the exchange rate between two non-dollar currencies can be determined by considering the movement in each currency against dollar and applying intuition. So we just based this through the method. We talk about the dimension method in which we talk about what kind of cross rate you want to calculate. So if you follow my advice, then you don't need to think about every time in dollar, because we are not native, we are not American citizen. But the book is because US centric. So that's why while reading this book, consider yourself that you are American. Then you will understand very easily. But in order to find out cross rates, please follow my method. It will be very easy, and you won't be confused if you read or the other non-US authored books. Then your answer will be correct. And then the financial institutions can attempt to benefit from expected appreciation of the currency. Look at the word expected, in which we talk about expectation, and expectation can be on the basis of your judgment through your analysis or on the basis of speculation. So they can attempt to benefit from expected depreciation of the currency by borrowing, right? So you borrow where the currency is going to depreciate, exchanging it for their home currency, then buying the currency back before they repay the loan. We just did the example, right? So your home country was, for example, the US. You bought it, the euro from European bank, convert it into a US dollar, save it with your own bank, and after that receive the money, convert it into the euro, and pay back the money. Difference is your profit. Okay, so I have a very big announcement to make, that we will be having our midterm exam on 11th of November. So all the students must participate on 11th of November. So our exam is going to be on the same class timing. So those who already applied for study alone and got accepted, so please make arrangements to be present in our class for midterm. Okay. And regarding the midterm paper pattern, so you already have a couple of courses with me. So midterm gonna be they're gonna be a part 1 and part 2. Part 1 comprises of true, false, and multiple choice question, and it would be time restricted as well. And I would be also giving you the answer sheet file, including you just need to write it down, and you can use computer keyboards to edit that file. Okay, because you will be having a little time to complete true, false, and MCQs. So why I gave you a time restriction, because I need to minimize your window of opportunity for cheating, because there comes a lot of challenges for online teaching and online examination as well. So we need to be very strict regarding the cheating, and we should reward those students who are hardworking. So please, I hope you understand why I did that. So regarding part 2, I would be giving you ample time, and that would be handwritten. Remember that one, hand written. So you please don't type from your keyboard, write it down and take pictures, paste, like whatever, like you send me the assignment, just do that for part 2. Okay, so if you still have any question, please do write us in our WeChat group. I would be happy to answer and accept my best wishes for your midterm. See you next weekend. Until then, stay safe, take care, bye bye.